What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a wild celebrity drama story that's sure to have you on the edge of your seat. It involves two of the biggest names in the music industry, Drake and Nelly, and a shocking paternity claim over none other than Beyoncé and Jay-Z's daughter, Blue Ivy. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could this possibly be true? Blue Ivy is Beyoncé and Jay-Z's child, right? Well, that's what we all thought until now. This story is packed with betrayal, legal battles, and a whole lot of drama. So sit back, grab your popcorn, and get ready for one wild ride. It all started a few years back, when rumors began swirling that Nelly and Drake had gotten into a physical altercation. The details were murky at first, but the buzz was that it had something to do with Blue Ivy. Nelly was claiming that she was actually his daughter, not Beyoncé and Jay-Z's. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could that even be possible? Blue Ivy is one of the most famous celebrity children in the world. There's no way she could be anyone else's kid, right? Well, that's exactly what I thought too. But as I started digging into this story, I realized there was a lot more to it than meets the eye. It all started back in 2012 when Beyoncé and Jay-Z welcomed their first child, Blue Ivy, into the world. The birth of their daughter was a huge event, with the couple going to great lengths to keep the details private. But of course, in the age of social media and paparazzi, it wasn't long before the news started to spread. And that's when things started to get interesting. You see, around the same time that Blue Ivy was born, there were also rumors swirling that Nelly had fathered a child with a woman named Chantel Jackson. Nelly and Chantel had been dating for a while, and there were even reports that they were engaged at one point. But then, out of nowhere, Nelly started making some pretty bold claims. He was insisting that Blue Ivy was actually his daughter, not Beyoncé and Jay-Z's. He claimed that he and Chantel had been trying to have a child together, and that Beyoncé had somehow stolen their baby and passed her off as her own. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds absolutely crazy, right? How could Nelly possibly think that he was the father of Blue Ivy when she was so clearly Beyoncé and Jay-Z's child? Well, that's where Drake comes into the picture. Apparently, Nelly had confided in Drake about his suspicions, and Drake had decided to take matters into his own hands. According to reports, Drake confronted Beyoncé and Jay-Z about the paternity of Blue Ivy, and when they refused to cooperate, he decided to take drastic action. That's when the physical altercation between Drake and Nelly allegedly took place. Reports suggest that Drake had tracked down Nelly and confronted him, accusing him of making false claims about Blue Ivy's paternity. The two rappers then got into a heated argument that quickly turned physical, with Drake allegedly beating Nelly quite badly. Now, this is where things start to get really crazy. After the altercation, Nelly apparently decided to take legal action against Beyoncé and Jay-Z, filing a paternity suit and demanding a DNA test to prove that Blue Ivy was his daughter, not theirs. And to make matters even more bizarre, he also filed a lawsuit against Drake, claiming that the beating he had received was an attempt to silence him and cover up the truth about Blue Ivy's parentage. Needless to say, this whole situation caused a massive uproar in the entertainment industry. Beyoncé and Jay-Z were furious, and they immediately went on the defensive, denying Nelly's claims and accusing him of making up the entire story. They insisted that Blue Ivy was their daughter, and that Nelly had no legitimate claim to her. Drake, on the other hand, remained relatively quiet throughout the whole ordeal. He didn't make any public statements, and he refused to comment on the allegations made against him. But behind the scenes, it's reported that he was working tirelessly to try and discredit Nelly's claims and protect Beyoncé and Jay-Z. The legal battle that ensued was nothing short of epic. Nelly's lawyers argued that there was evidence to suggest that Beyoncé and Jay-Z had somehow obtained Blue Ivy through nefarious means, and that they were covering up the truth. They demanded access to the child's medical records and other personal information in an effort to prove their case. But Beyoncé and Jay-Z's legal team fought back hard, arguing that Nelly's claims were completely baseless and that he had no right to interfere in their family's affairs. They accused him of making up the story in a desperate attempt to get attention and publicity, and they vowed to do whatever it took to protect their daughter. The case dragged on for months, with both sides presenting evidence and making their arguments in court. It was a media circus, with the public captivated by the drama and the high-stakes legal battle. And in the end, the judge ultimately ruled in favor of Beyoncé and Jay-Z, dismissing Nelly's paternity claim and ordering him to pay their legal fees. But the story doesn't end there. Even after the court ruling, Nelly continued to insist that Blue Ivy was his daughter, and he refused to back down. He took to social media and various media outlets, making wild claims and accusations against Beyoncé and Jay-Z, and even going so far as to suggest that they had somehow bribed the judge to rule in their favor. Drake, for his part, remained largely silent throughout the whole ordeal. But it's reported that he continued to work behind the scenes, using his connections and influence to try and discredit Nelly's claims and protect Beyoncé and Jay-Z. And then, just when it seemed like the drama was finally starting to die down, something even more shocking happened. Nelly suddenly announced that he was going to release a tell-all book in which he would reveal the truth about Blue Ivy's paternity and the alleged cover-up by Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Needless to say, this sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Beyoncé and Jay-Z were furious, and they immediately threatened legal action if Nelly went through with the book. But Nelly was undeterred, and he continued to tease the book's release, promising that it would expose the biggest celebrity scandal of the century. And that's where we're at now. The book is set to be released in the coming weeks, and the public is on the edge of their seats, wondering what kind of bombshell Nelly has in store. Will he finally be able to prove that Blue Ivy is his daughter, and not Beyoncé and Jay-Z's? Or will this just be another desperate attempt to get attention and publicity? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this is a story that's sure to keep us all captivated for a long time to come. Well, there you have it, folks. The wild and crazy story of Nelly's paternity claim over Blue Ivy. It's a tale that's got it all: betrayal, legal battles, and a whole lot of drama. And the best part is, it's not over yet. With Nelly's tell-all book set to be released soon, who knows what kind of bombshell he has in store. Will he finally be able to prove that Blue Ivy is his daughter, and not Beyoncé and Jay-Z's? Or will this just be another desperate attempt to get attention and publicity? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this is a story that's sure to keep us all captivated for a long time to come. So stay tuned, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates on this wild and crazy saga. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.